on this computer. Hello,
Okay,
hello,
recording.
hello. Let me see if I can do the speaker view. Ooh, gallery view. Okay, so hello guys, it is me, Steph, and tonight is our team call. I'm going to mute the peanut gallery, maybe if I can remember how to do that. Mute all. Okay. Yes. Okay. And put this on. It really thinks Steph is talking. I don't know what the deal is there. Okay. Oh, but it doesn't look like that. That's so weird. Okay. So this is our team chat, and we really was kind of impromptu, quick kind of chat we're doing tonight, but I have some things to cover. The first thing I want to talk about is Scentsy Club, because that's what was talked about on our leadership call on Monday. And I was just going to post this or do a quick live, but since we had so many other things come up this week, I thought it was a great time for us to hit all of these all at once and kind of get everybody situated around these things because they're important. So we've had a lot of pushback. If you had a chance to read through the Scentsy Club stuff, you may notice that some of the changes that are happening have not been so popular between our consultants and some of our customers. But let me explain to you kind of what they told us why we had to make these changes. Because it wasn't a matter of we want to make these changes. It wasn't a matter of we want to make more money. We want to dip into the piggy bank more, anything like that. So there were 3 reasons that they had to make the adjustments to Scentsy Club. The first reason is its profitability. Its profitability was not where we need it to be as a company. So in order to get it to where it can grow into what they want it to be, we had to make it more profitable, right? Which makes sense. There was a flaw in the availability to manipulate the multi-packs, right? So if you had a Bring Back My Bar on a multi-pack, or you had 2 multi-packs and they each had Bring Back My Bars, you had to keep those multi-packs or you lost the Bring Back My Bar. So that's one of the reasons. And then the things that they're looking forward to. So when they looked at the removing the free shipping, our options were we can raise prices, which we didn't want to do. We could remove the Always Get My Bar, because there is a lot of steps that go into the Always Get My Bar. I mean, when you think about it, some of those bars, they're not pouring, they can't, most of those bars, they can't even use our large production scales to pour them. So they have to hand pour those individual bars, which is a lot of manual labor, and that manual labor has to get, it has to go in somewhere, right? So that was one of the reasons that they, I mean, they could have removed that, but they didn't. They thought, you know, and they thought what they saw was when we changed to not having free shipping on our parties, what they thought was going to happen was we were going to have more customers throw a party that was going to be $500 or more. But in actuality, what they saw happen was more of our customers went directly to the website and placed an order. And the paying the shipping for at the website was not an issue. They saw the, I mean, we've had phenomenal increases right now, and I'm sure some of you have probably saw random PWS orders come through that maybe aren't on a party, and you don't know where they came from, and you haven't met them, so you just made a new friend. And if you haven't yet, trust me, those will come. It happens all the time. And as you go up and you reach lead consultant, which I think all of you guys on here are lead consultant, right? Or higher, right? Ashley, you promoted, didn't you, last month? Oh, I can't hear you. I don't know. This stupid thing. Okay.
There.
Yeah.
Is that
okay.
better?
Yeah, I just keep clicking the button. Okay,
I'm lead consultant.
So you guys are all lead consultants now. So you guys are now all showing up on Scentsy's website for people to select you as their consultant to make purchases from. So there's that. And they saw that this was happening. So they're thinking that the shift in what's going to be happening with Scentsy Club will not be as upsetting as we might think initially. Okay. Now you're going to have to work with your customers. At the end of the day, it's going to be how you sell it to them, right? If you sell it to them like, sorry, you don't have free shipping anymore, then they may feel some kind of way. But remember, they're going to get their 10% off their order, right? So it's all about how you're selling it and you're buying into it, because it's happening, and we just need to, unfortunately, get on board, right? So they do not look at getting rid of always get my bar. They're going to find ways to work the club around so that we don't lose that benefit, because it's one of the benefits that our customers have. Then, you know, there's some other perks. Okay. I did not do a good job taking my notes. I thought I was doing really good, but apparently I should have reread them before I started. So the key points for your customers to understand is those that have Scentsy Club orders that are just bars, they're more likely to see an increase in their Scentsy Club subscriptions. However, they are able to now modify their bar choices. Now, just as before, they can't increase their number of Bring Back My Bars unless it's in a time period where Bring Back My Bar is available. So like right now, whatever Bring Back My Bars we still have in stock, if they wanted to increase, like let's say banana nut bread is still in stock. And I don't know because I haven't looked, so if that's not true, well, I lied. But if it was, and I had that on my Scentsy Club, I could go in and say, now I want that, I want 6 bars every, 6 months or whatever. The cool thing is if they want to change their, and this will all make more sense when you can see the system, and there's going to be some trainings coming out around SFR coming out. They're going to do some live demos and things like that. So just be watching for that stuff so that you can kind of see how the Scentsy Club works. Some of that live demos, they will most likely all be recorded too. So if you are in the training center, sign up for that so that you get the links. All of your customers will be notified that they are migrating to the new Scentsy Club system. All of the orders where there is a situation where a product is discontinuing. So we're going through transition right now. So if somebody has a scent that is discontinuing, they will get a note that that scent is discontinuing. So if they're getting it in like laundry or cleaning and it's not going to be there anymore, they will get a note so that they know that that is discontinuing and it'll be dropped off of their Scentsy Club. So, because the only thing you can always get is the bars. There's not going to be any changes to commissions on Scentsy Club orders right now. They are looking at a way where your customers can become affiliates for you, but that's a future process, and we don't know what that looks like yet, which is why if you look at your compensation, it still says a specific amount for Scentsy Club as your commissions. I think there was a question either in our group chat or on the page today about where do you see what you're getting for PRV for your Scentsy Club. You just go straight into those orders as they process and it'll tell you what your PRV is for that order. And that's the easiest way to see it, but I believe it's like 10% instead of your 20 or 25. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about how much Scentsy Club has grown in the 2 years it's transitioned from where it was. So before that period, we had Scentsy VIP. And in Scentsy VIP, we only had about 1,100 subscribers, which is like nothing really. Scentsy Club, we have over 56,000 subscribers. So it has like skyrocketed in the amount of people that use it. And there's still so much room for growth and so many things that they're looking at doing for us. Your bundle and saves going forward in the new Scentsy Club will all be broken up into separate items, but nothing will be removed. So if somebody has a bundle and save on Laundry Love right now, it's a perfect example, and they have it on Scentsy Club and they get it every 3 months, right? Then that will be broken up into laundry liquid, washer whiffs, dryer discs, So if they don't want the dryer discs, they can remove just the dryer discs and still get the laundry liquid and the washer whiffs. So they'll be able to pick and choose what they want. The shipping costs on orders will still be $8 unless the order is over $80. So if their subscription is over $80, then it's going to go to 10%, which is the standard shipping costs. If you look at the shipping the shipping chart, which is available on the workstation. It says it right in there too. Okay. One thing about Bring Back My Bars or or the Scent of the Month bars, okay? The Scent of the Month bars are only guaranteed to be able to add to Scentsy Club from 30 days of their launch date. So if that bar sells out in the middle of the month, you can still add it to Scentsy Club until it's been 30 days. So like right now they extended Bring Back My Bar, right? They extended it into July for the scents that haven't been available. It's my understanding that those bars will not be available to add to Scentsy Club anymore because they were only going to be available for the first 30 days. So it's really who of you, if you know somebody that loves a specific scent that comes back on Bring Back My Bar, that you get them on Always Get My Bar at the beginning of the month rather than waiting till the end when it possibly could have sold out, or you run into a kind of funky situation like now where they've decided to extend it and now it's no longer available to add as I Always Get My Bar. Half price items. Okay, so in the new system, when a customer has $60 worth of subscription, they're going to be eligible to get a half price item. It's going to be really clear. It's going to show up right on the screen. It'll say like a box and it'll say, hey, you're eligible for a half price item. What do you want to pick? And then it's going to give them one of those consumable items that they can pick. One thing to keep in mind is they are not going to be able to just pick anything from the catalog. They will not be able to pick licensed products like our bars. And when you're looking at Scentsy Club half price items, they're only going to be able to pick those items that are consumable, like your laundry liquid, your cleaning, your fragrance flower, I think is in there. Whatever's in there, those things that are in there, not warmers, diffusers, those kind of things. It is suggested that if you have anyone currently on Scentsy Club, that you set up a time to chat with them and look at their Scentsy Club with them together. They may be able to make some adjustments now so that when it transitions, or at the point when it transitions, that could actually save them money. Because maybe they have, like I said earlier, 2 6-packs, but they have to keep both these 6-packs because this one has this Bring Back My Bar in it and this one has this Bring Back My Bar, but they really don't want these other 4 bars, right? Or other 5 bars because it's 6-packs, right? So they may be able to get rid of those other 5 cents or those other 9 cents, or math is hard for me, 10 cents, whatever it is. And just have the 2 Bring Back My Bars that they wanted to keep. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes, okay, good. Okay, cool. Okay, so that is the Scentsy Club updates. Okay, so just really, it's going to be one of those things that sometimes is a hard pill to swallow, but I think it's going to go better than we imagine. We've grown Scentsy Club so much over the last 2 years that it's just been phenomenal. It is a great program. I'm really excited to see how the affiliate thing will look like with it, and what that potentially could turn out to be for us, where you could have, rather than consultants under you, affiliates that were basically collecting orders so that they could get perks for their Scentsy Club, but you're getting commissions, which would be great. What was I going to talk about next? Let's talk about new catalog stuff really quick. Let me pull the workstation up here. So a lot of you guys are really excited about the new catalog, right? It's really pretty. We got some really good stuff in there. But one thing we want to remember is we still have all of July to get through, and we got to get our sales for July. So I caution you about sharing that stuff too soon. I am one of those people that I like to hold things as long as I can because I need to make sure I get my sales in for that month. Now, I'm going to tell you at the same time, it's your business. You do what you want because it's your business. But I am a holder backer. So like I didn't even share the letterbox former until like the last week of whatever last month, June. And the day I shared it, I had I sold 2 of them. So could I've probably sold more if I shared it earlier? Yeah. But I also may have hurt myself where people were buying other things they may have held off and waited on. So you kind of got to be careful with that. So one thing I like to do is I like to offer hosts the last 2 weeks of transition month, the opportunity to host a last chance first glance party. And so what I do is that would be the third week of the month is last chance, right? So then I share with them all the things they can't get anymore. So most of my posts are centered around discontinued items. And then the first glance are all the new things in the catalog, because I'm going to close that catalog order on August 1st. I almost said September because that's what it used to be. So I'm going to close that catalog order for that party on August 1st. That way, you have to be very careful, because you have to place some of the orders earlier than other ones, right? Because if it's discontinuing and going away, you have to place that part of the order early, and then you have to place the other order when the party goes on, and you don't want your hostess to lose out on hostess rewards. So there's a few ways you can do that. You can choose to purchase it all yourself, and then use like an app like Amy to add them back into the individual customers. Which means you need to make sure you're keeping a very good record of who buys what, because you can screw yourself over really quick by not keeping good track of who bought what. Or you can just go in and have them individually place their orders for those items on the party link on the website, because the party link will transition over, because like you can set that date to whatever date you want it to be, right? It will transition over on August 1st to the new items. Now, you cannot use the workstation to enter the party items, because the last chance items will be gone. Like, it's just not possible. So you have to order them directly through the website. And like I said, you can encourage the customers to go directly to order them, or you can take all the orders and then like the last week of the month place the orders for those customers. And the reason I like to do it that way is I'll take their PayPal or whatever, and then they may tell me, okay, they've seen all the last chance, they've seen all the first glance, right? So they may tell me that they just want to give me one credit card number, right? And so then I may just charge their card for their total amount that they would owe from basically both parties, but it's all going all in one. Does that make any sense at all? Okay, you guys are nodding. I'm going to go with I'm making some kind of sense. So I like to do that. I think it's great. It's lots of fun. I get lots of engagement on the last chance first glance parties. And it's a good way to show people what are going through. I also post most of my stuff about things that are going away. So like in my VIP group, and you'll see on our business page, a lot of that stuff will be all around, you know, things that are going away, and don't miss out on getting this, and oh my gosh, my favorite is going away, blah, 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 blah. And since we do still have these Bring Back My Bars, it's a great time to let people know that, hey, get these before they're gone, because they will sell out, and when they sell out, we can't get any more. Did I miss anything about that part? Okay, so let's talk about your supplies. So you order your supplies on okay. Let me see if I can share my screen. Share screen. Share this one. Share. Okay, so you're gonna order your supplies in the consultant store. Okay, so my consultant store will look a little bit different than yours, because I have one more tab that I didn't have before because we promoted. I'm so excited. I got a new tab. Right, so right now we have this one, Director Calorie. When you get to be a director, you get a new tab. It's really exciting. You guys do not seem as excited as I was about this new tab. Okay, like, come on, y'all. Okay, so anyway, moving on. You can go to Fall and Winter 2020, and it's going to have all the goodies. The Fall and Winter Oil Transition Kit, just $42. Cool thing about that kit, PRV, baby. You will get PRV on the Oil Transition Kit. It is the only thing you will get PRV on, though, so keep that in mind. So then you've got your catalog binder, which is a newer thing. It came out last season. And that is if you want to have like a 3-ring binder for your catalog instead of having the individual catalogs, maybe for like when you're doing home parties and things like that, so that it's kind of more sturdy, I guess.
I'm just like, click the director gallery. You want to see it.
Okay, we'll get there. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. Because this is so cute. Okay, anyway. Quit distracting me. Okay, so you got the catalog bookmarks. I like these as like little giveaways to just toss in bags for party orders, because people love to get crap. Then you've got the Fall and Winter full oil kit. So if you don't have any of the oils yet, you want to grab them all. This will include your fall and winter along with all the oils that will be in the catalog. It is $188, but all of that counts as PRV. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The next one is your fragrance testers fall and winter. So this is your transition set. I think it's on sale for everyone right now. It might be just those that registered with us so far. I'm thinking it's for everyone. If not, it's still only $20. It's a great thing. What you'll do is you'll take your current testers, you'll pull out all the discontinued ones, and you'll put in the new fall and winters. Super easy there. Then this is oil sample stickers, which you can use if you're into that. I've never bought those, so can't really speak to that. A product training guide. I do always add a product training guide to one of my orders just so that I have the most up-to-date information, because things do change. Like they're changing the way the fragrance flower looks, so maybe there's something different about that. And then there's some new products and things like that. I just like it because it's a great tool. If you are doing a Facebook Live party and you don't know where to start, that's a great, walk you through step by step. Or just use the catalog, right? Because the catalog you walk through step by step. Just do a catalog walkthrough. Okay, your single fall and winter catalog. I don't know, unless you're really on a tight budget and you're not going to order catalogs, you're not going to order a pack of catalogs, this is a great option for you. Those did sell out in spring and summer. So if you're thinking about just getting one catalog, because that's all you can afford in your budget right now, you need to add that onto a party very soon, because I imagine they will, much like they did in spring and summer, sell out. Then you've got your 25 pack of fall and winter catalogs. The thing about when you order catalogs, and let me just make this very clear, because Jill did this one time and I thought it was funny and couldn't realize how she did it. And then I saw how she did it. So right now they're on sale, excuse me, for $10.80. And you want to make sure you get the English US EN. We want the English ones. Now, Chandra, Alma may want to order some of the Spanish ones. So you might make sure she knows that's an option. But for the majority, my customers want the English ones because that's the language they speak. So Jill, love her to death, and I like to bust her chops a little bit sometimes. She one time ordered all of her materials in Spanish. And I thought it was funny, but probably because she was laughing a little bit. So make sure you order the right one. If you feel like being Canadian, I mean, you can order the Canadian one, but the prices won't be right for us. So there's that. Or unless you plan on sending stuff to Canada or recruiting in Canada. Those are all good things too. So I usually just stick with the English one. Just putting that out there. And all your catalogs will be the same. So the showcase brochures, the product lists. Now the fall and winter product lists, I do not take, okay, let me back up a little bit. So Deb and I were talking earlier about events, and that's one of the things that David and I do too. We do a big event. We do the 7-day event at the NEA District Fair. So we're there for 7 days from like 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. And we do not bring catalogs. I may bring like 3 or 4, and you have to be really special to get one of my 3 or 4, because what I like to bring is an opportunity packet. Because if you need a full catalog, then you probably need an opportunity packet. Okay, I will give them product lists all day long, because a product list, this is a stack of like what, 50, it's 3 pads, 50 sheets per pad, so that's 150 of them, right, for $9. I can give those puppies away all day long. Plus, they're great to stick in order bags, because if somebody places an order and they were on an online party, they may not have even caught some of the things that you have available. So these are a great tool. Make sure that if you're giving anything out, a catalog, a showcase brochure, product information sheet, make sure your name and contact information are on it somewhere. One tip I heard recently was to make the back of your labels yellow, because it stands out, so that they know to like look at that yellow. I thought that was interesting. So I actually have stamp. I have a self-inking stamp. I had to be all extra and got mine on Etsy. But this size, which is not on this box anywhere. This size, the 1 by 2.5 inch size, is perfect for that little spot if you need a stamper. So I stopped doing labels on those because that was like way too much effort and way too much money. And so David now just stamps all 150 of them, and we're done. Because it's a lot. Sometimes it's more about like saving my time than it is about like making it pretty. Okay, so those are the things that you have there. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about what David and I are. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'll go back after we stop the recording and I'll show you what's in the director's tab, okay? So don't let me forget. How do I get off this share screen? Stop share. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about what David and I are going to do. So we have talked about, what do we have? Seven tote parties we can send out. Okay, and while 7 times 17 isn't that much, I'm not getting PRV on any of those transition testers I'm buying. And so I'm thinking I'd much rather get the PRV on my transition testers than to buy the cutesy ones. So what I will be doing is buying one set of transition testers, and that set of transition testers is going to go in my home party or sniffing take and sniff sessions, which is a take and sniff session is just where I meet somebody up and they smell my testers, right? The rest of them that we keep. The rest of them I am going to buy bars, and I'm going to make sliver samples. And I think Jill talked about this on a broadcast not that long ago. And basically what you do is you take your bar and you cut it with a crinkle cutter, and then you can make like 60 or more samples out of one bar. So my goal is I have this written down. My goal is to make 10 parties a month, right? I want to have 10 parties a month because we're trying to get 96,000 points, right? So we've got to really up our game. So I'm going to make 10 party bags. Well, look, I've had testers get stolen. I know Deb has had the same problem. We've shipped them out to people and they never made it back. I actually gave testers to somebody that was going to join our team while she was waiting to get hers in, and then never got my testers back. So there's all those things that happen, and it's part of doing business, and you just got to roll with it and move on. So what we decided we're going to do is we're going to make these crinkle cut samples of every scent, and we're going to put a label on each. We're going to put them in the little tiny, I don't have any back here, little tiny Ziploc bags with the scent label on it, okay? Plus, it's going to have the scent label, and then text us to order, okay? I'm going to make them on Avery, and I'm just going to print them out. That's all it's going to say on them. And when I get all that done, I'll show you what they look like. And then we're going to put them into Mylar bags. Let's see if I can find my Amazon stuff I was looking at. My goal is just basically to make up all these party bags. So I'm going to make 50 party bags, right? So that I have 50 tote parties basically ready to go. So that if somebody needs it shipped to them, because I have a girl in Idaho, I have a girl in New York, I have a girl in California, I have a girl in Maine, that I will just ship stuff out to them, and then they host a party and they just send me all the information. That way I'll just have to slap an envelope on their orders when they're ready to have their party, or on their packets when they're ready to have their party, and it's like $4 to ship it. Instead of me trying to ship a bag that's going to cost me about $20 to ship. Right, Deb? She feels my pain. I know, I remember when that happened to her. So the cool thing about it is each bar I'm buying, I'm going to get PRV for. So yes, my cost might be a little bit higher than buying the transition testers, but at the end of the day, I'm getting commission, I'm getting PRV, I'm earning points towards the incentive, and all of that off making these bags.
Plus, if they don't give you them, if they give them to you back, great. If they don't, then you're not out much.
Right. If I don't get it back, I'm out what those one set of samples were. And I'm going to get the, what are they called? Poly mailers. I haven't picked them out yet, but something like this. David probably will not approve of these, but something like this. Share. Something like these poly mailers, because they're cute and fun, so that when they get it in the mail, they're like, ooh, what's this? And they want to open it, right? You want them to want to open it. So I have some bubble mailers that say, hi, I'm here on them. And I really like those. But a bubble mailer is more expensive to mail. For some reason, stupid. But I'm going to get this size, the 10 by 13 inch, so that I can put in there join information for the hostess. I can put in there a catalog or a showcase brochure, depending on how I feel. Since those are going to be big enough, I'll be able to fold the showcase brochure in half. The thing I like about the showcase brochure over the catalog is it's lighter and the products are bigger, right? So it doesn't display the scents as well and things like that. It has its pros and cons, but it's bigger. So depending on what your customer is, you may choose to do that. We haven't really worked out exactly everything that's going in our bags, if you couldn't tell. But I think that this is going to be a better option for us. And once I get everything down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything that we decided to use, I'm going to put it in an Amazon shopping link. And then that way you guys will have access to it too, so that you can say, okay, what did she buy and where did she get that from and how much was it? Just so that it's easy for you. And then we're going to have that stored on our website on simplyverts.com, where you guys will have your own like team link. It's going to be a team drop down, and then you'll have like, where does she shop on Amazon, or what are our Amazon finds, or Amazon whatever, so that you guys can go directly in and pick the stuff that we buy. Because a lot of things we'll do and you may want to duplicate, and you're like, but where did she get that from, or where did she pick that up from? So that's my goal, is to kind of have all of that stuff in one spot so that you can go straight there, you can get it for yourself and do whatever. Stop sharing. Okay, that was that. And okay, the last thing, I was going to talk about incentive tonight, but I think I'm going to save that because I feel like I need to look through it just a little bit more. We are working on a spreadsheet to help you guys put your people in it and kind of keep it organized, so that you can see where you are and kind of have a quick look at where your team is. Because if you haven't had a chance to look at the incentive yet, a lot of your points can come from not just your promotions, but your team promoting too. So I want to spend some more time, since David and I haven't even seen each other for 3 days, together, looking at that and coming up with a really good plan for you guys, to help you, you know, hit the ground running and grow. But between now and then, I want to announce an incentive, okay? Because I know you ladies are like challenges. So we talked about how we are ordering one transition kit, right? So what we would like to do is, for any of our teammates who have over $500 in PRV by the 16th. No, it's the second. It's by the 17th, in the next 15 days. Basically, we're going to do a sensational start, a sensational restart, reboot. Oh, I like reboot. We're going to do a sensational reboot, okay? And so in the next 15 days from today, we'll actually start tomorrow. From tomorrow, we'll give you the night off, or a night to prepare, however you want to do it. Your goal is to get $500 in PRV, and then you're going to be entered for a drawing to get that kit. We will send out the transition kit directly to you so that you don't have that expense and you are ready, prepared to start your stuff going, okay? And then if that works out well, we may, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what else we can do. We may do an oil kit next time or something. But so we're gonna post about the sensational reboot. I love that, reboot. It's so techy. That's so him. And we will we'll share that with everyone so that they know what's going on if they weren't able to hop on with us tonight. Did you have anything else to say about that?
Oh, you already said it.
Okay, I said it. Okay, let me stop this recording and we'll do some questions and stuff.